wait for 5 more minutes as more people are joining. What are we going to talk about in this session? I would request everyone to please go on mute so that we can run this session smoothly. So I'm Siddhant Barnawal from ONDC team, and I look after Buyer App and Key Alliances. And I'm also the anchor for seller training program that we are running with Meta. Thank you for taking out time to join us for today's session. Today we'll give you valuable insights on how we can generate demand on social media channels. Since you all know, social media today has become very big and it is a great opportunity to reach out to consumers. And we are not talking only about volume here, it is one of the most efficient and cost effective way to do marketing for your business and you know convert your business into a brand that people love, consumers love. So as you all must be aware, Meta, formerly known as Facebook, runs some of the most popular social media channels today, and they have kind of grown themselves not only as a social media tool but a very important business tool that most businesses use. Okay, today we'll focus on how a seller can generate demand for their business. So I would request you all to please note down your questions. We'll also host a Q&A session in the end. And today we have Zain Siddiqui with us. Zain comes with a really rich experience of training small businesses, brands, and sellers. And he'll take you through this presentation where I hope, will be very engaging and very helpful for you. Over to you, Zain. Thanks.
All right. Am I audible, Siddharth?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, as everyone just heard, my name is Zaid Siddiqui. Thank you so much for the great introduction, Siddharth. And from my end, a very, very warm welcome to all the participants over here, part of the Andhra Pradesh program. And very proud of myself to be representing both Meta and ONDC in this presentation over here for the next 45 minutes, 1 hour. I'll take you guys through the basics of what we are doing with the seller program already. In the sense, how is a seller supposed to use the Meta platforms of Instagram and WhatsApp? How is it beneficial to them? And what are the day-to-day challenges they face, which our platform can help them overcome? If you have any questions, please note them down. I'm happy to take all questions, whatever you have from the platform side, technically, intellectually. I'll just start off right away. So the very important question that we are trying to solve over here with this program, first of all, is that why do we need the seller branding in the first place? So there are many sellers out there in the market, and everywhere across the internet, and it's a platform, the internet, which gives you a lot of freedom in terms of the opportunities, and at the same time sometimes presents some challenges. And to overcome that, Meta's Instagram, WhatsApp are awesome platforms to help you do some branding. Now the question is why, I mean, what does branding help you with? It helps you, first of all, in the brand discovery on marketplaces. What do we mean by that? I want my user to be able to search me on the platform, okay? Because with the similar sounding name, or sometimes in the same domain of selling similar products, there might be different competition from across the country, or in sometimes, across the world also. So first of all, I want to do the branding so that there is great recall in the mind of my user, and they should be able to find me. The second challenge it helps overcome is that once they have found me, why will they purchase from me? If I'm a small seller from some interior part of Andhra Pradesh, maybe a guy sitting in Delhi has never heard of me, how will that person trust me? So the trust comes from branding. Do they know my name? Do they know my logo? Do they trust the typeface and font that I present? Is there an identity to the product that I have? How do I convey that? So that is conveyed through branding, right? And so the question is, where does the branding happen on the internet? 84%. This is a small research which Facebook's own IQ did in 2019. 84% of the people on Instagram community
Oh,
were likely to buy from local shops and small businesses.
his and the presentation is not moving. So
Oh,
just
oh, I'm so sorry. Is it visible now?
yeah.
Okay. I think it was on pause. Anyway, it's visible now. So my point was that there's a lot of people on Instagram who are friendly to small businesses and brands. In fact, just before the session also, I was opening my Instagram and I saw us ad by a small company which I have never heard of, honestly. I don't even remember the name now, but I know that they were selling me wall prints. Okay, so people can take a printout, they can paste it on their wall, and these are like posters. So somebody sitting in their house can also do e-commerce like that, and they can open their shop or page on Instagram, and they can do ads which can reach a person like me who does not know this business or business owner physically. Yeah, so the branding, brand building, and sales, if possible, had I clicked on it, had I paid it, is possible on Instagram. So that's something to take note of. This is all happening across the board for all industries, for all businesses, not just in India but internationally. And one of the main reasons why that's possible on WhatsApp, where there's billions of messages exchanged between businesses and their customers, or on Instagram, is because these tools are coming with super awesome benefits in terms of business owners. It's not just you and me. We can go on Instagram and like the post and comment on it and share with my friends. But as a business owner, I have additional functionalities called professional tools by the platform. These days, a lot of platforms have their professional tools, but these are specifically made for Instagram and WhatsApp for business. So in today's session, I'm going to take you through some of these professional tools so that you, as stakeholders in the ecosystem, can inform your friends, your producers or farmers or whoever's part of the seller ecosystem in Andhra Pradesh about these professional tools. Very important for us to know the power of these tools. So first we'll start with Instagram a little bit, and then I'll go on to WhatsApp. I repeat, if you have a question, please note it down. I'm happy to take it at the end of the session. Okay, which means we're just 40 minutes away from there. Bear with me. You will enjoy this. The first thing in Instagram's professional tool set is the business profile. What you see as a screenshot over here is how a normal person will obviously look at it. But if you look at this screenshot carefully, I hope you are able to see it. Actually, it has a few buttons more than what normal person will see. So what are these buttons? This button is, if you see carefully, there's the edit profile button, right? Um, Let me just draw this out also, in fact, for you. So I'm creating a small star mark over here. Okay. So you can see the star appear, edit profile button. Then you have the insights button over here, and you have the add shop button sometimes, and you have the promotions button as well. Okay. These are very cool benefits of having a business profile. So you can have a personal profile. If you go to the settings, you'll be able to change to a business profile completely free of cost. That change is not having any cost, and you have access to these tools now. You have a dashboard. So that's one of the important things about the professional tools. How do you first of all access them as a seller? Um, Once you have access, comes the interesting question: what do I do with these tools? The first thing you can do is basically make your profile better. Had I clicked on the edit profile button, now I'm going to be able to change the way my profile looks. My friends, all of us know that branding is very, very heavily dependent on basically what people think about me. And that is why I'm doing branding. And they think about me what I project to them. And how do I project to them? I tell them what do I do? I tell them why am I different? I tell them this is my logo. I tell them these are the colors of my brand. I give them a call to action, a link to my website if I have it. Or, for example, I have a ONDC page. I will give the link to that. So all those things need to be compressed and given carefully in your business profile like this, where there is a small bio. So you have like 150 characters in which you can define your brand. What are you selling? I am a cocoa peat seller. I saw a small message in the chat window in this session. I'm a cocoa peat seller. Yeah. How is your cocoa peat different? If you can just mention all that in 150 characters, I know what you do. And then beyond that, you put your logo over there so that I can recognize you. And then you can give me your address. Even in fact, you can have your call to action. You can see there's a contact button on this profile
చిప్పాడ
that we see in the
వెంకటేశ్వర గారు
profile
మీరు
picture.
వీడియో ఆఫ్ చేసుకోండి. చిప్పాడ వెంకటేశ్వరరావు.
Everyone, for the next few minutes when the presentation is going on, so that we can all hear clearly. These are the ways in which our profile is supposed to be updated. This is the first step. It's like having an online salesman, right? Or like a storefront of your business. It needs to look good. Nobody wants to walk into a store which is having, dirty interface. There is no lights, there is no signboard outside. So I don't want to go over there. I want to make things look pretty. So the first thing you do is make your professional account good by upgrading your bio. And I already mentioned to you all these points about the contact information. So please put your email ID, phone number, your address, the link to your website or ONDC page if you have. And we maintain some visual consistency. As you can see, the look and feel of this page on Instagram is primarily with a lot of green, brown kind of colors. That's the color palette they have. And that is visible in the pictures that we see. That is visible in the logo. That is also visible in something we call the highlights. You can see that in the profile, those round circles. Yeah. So those are basically like kind of top products that I'm selling, or maybe something from the founder or an event that I did last year. So I keep putting stories and I can keep them on my profile so that at a glance people can quickly see, okay, what is the best thing that I can give. So now I know that my profile is really, really nice. What next? The next thing is you start publishing content. Social media is all about storytelling. It's all about saying things. Even if you're not saying things on camera, at least you can put up a text in a story. You can put up images, right? There is no way for people in Delhi or Arunachal Pradesh to be able to walk into your store in Andhra. But there is definitely Instagram on which they can see how it looks like through a reel. They can feel through the video. They can see through the pictures. So please publish content, right? That's what we need to encourage our sellers to do. Don't just create a store and say, "Yeah, nobody's following me. I'm not getting any sales." No, in social media, you need to put the word of mouth out there. As you know, there are almost 2 billion people on Instagram, by the way. And WhatsApp though is there on everybody's phone these days. So your users are there on the social media. The question is, how many times are you reaching out to them on a daily basis or on a monthly basis? Anytime. Just do something. And once you've done something, as a business owner, as a professional business owner, you should be able to measure its impact. Even as a government, sometimes we have some initiatives and we create some kind of framework in which we can measure the impact. So for that we need reports, and the platform here on Instagram already comes equipped with a automatic reporting format where I can see if I have published. First of all, how many posts have I published, how many people have seen that post, how many people have liked that post, did anyone go and follow me, did anyone go and click on the link to my ONDC store or to my website? These are questions I should be able to answer through my insights, which are available, as I said, through the professional tool set here in the business profile. So this is again something happy to go in depth later. I'm just giving you a cursory view of some of the main features of the business profile. Um, if you have questions, let's take it up later. The third, and in many ways one of the most important things that people want to do on Instagram is, yeah, I have a business. I've been publishing for the last 1 year various content. I've put up all the pictures of my products. What more can I do? Well, you can do ads. You can actually pay the platform, whether everything else is free. So having the business profile was free. Having publishing content is free. I can see the insights for free. But for some things, I need to pay. Everything is not free in life. So if you can pay the platform, at least 160 rupees, 200 rupees per day. These are minimum budgets with which you can start your ads and start reaching out to people who don't know you, who don't follow you. So I can target somebody, let's say, my store is in
Mandal district Bangalore, Mandal district
Hyderabad,
AVM
Hyderabad, for example. Uh, can I reach people in Hyderabad at least? Forget Delhi. Forget Delhi. Can I at least reach all the people who are using Instagram in Hyderabad? So I can do a location targeted ad for a bakery, for example, and I can reach hundreds and thousands of people who don't know me. Okay. So let's say my bakery is in Kachi Bauli. In Kachi Bauli, I can do a 2 square kilometer radius ad and reach out to all the people using Instagram. So that's the power of targeting that we have over here. At the same time, if I am selling coconut oil, or again, let's go back to the cocoa peat example. I have cocoa peat, I'm having kgs of cocoa peat. I can do an advertisement and start selling my cocoa peat to people in Bombay, very easy access to such farming equipment and all. So I can send it to trucks, whatever fly through trains, and already make the sale with targeted ads in Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, even abroad. By the way, if you have an export-oriented business, keep in mind you can do ads in Europe. You can do ads just like this, targeted to people only in London. English people have a lot of tea. So if I'm a tea seller here in Andhra Pradesh, I can do a very nice reel and target it for people only in London. So keep that in mind. These are the powers of our advertisement platforms. What is the content supposed to be? Like, how is my ad going to reach out, or how am I reaching out? There are three, four main ways in which Instagram works. So I'm again happy to show this when we go live at the end of the presentation. I'll show you my screen also. What does story look like? So story disappears in 24 hours. It's a very awesome picture or video that I can have. A quick way of reaching out to the most loyal fans that you have. They will daily see your stories. Reels, reach out to unknown people, people who don't follow you. People love scrolling. They will discover new content. Okay, so this is a video format, 90-second videos that we can have. It can be 5 seconds also, 10
Mandal
seconds.
district AVM Tirupati responding, sir.
If I have a, for example, right now, this is kind of like a online workshop, but if let's say I do a offline workshop or like a presentation, I'm having a stall at a Diwali event right now. Diwali is coming. Every gated society is going to organize some kind of Diwali mela. So why don't I spend 5,000 rupees to set up a stall, and then I can go on Instagram and go live and tell all my followers, hey man, I'm here in Gachibowli. I've set up my bakery stall. Why don't you all come over here? Right. And for next 20 minutes, I show them what the event also looks like. Look, 20 people are already buying my pastry. So it creates a wow factor and people get more involved with the longer format of the video. And video in general, by the way, is available to us. So there's like, I can do very, very long videos, which can then stay forever. Like a live, once it is over, can be saved to your profile. And I can go next year also and go and watch it, rewatch it if I want. Should know about Instagram before we move to WhatsApp, my friends. There's a lot of things, honestly. But if I had to narrow down on a couple of more things which I just have to tell you, one of them is the collaborate feature. This has been recently rolled out in the last 1.5 years, and it is creating a storm on social media because, by the way, most social platforms these days do not support this collaborate feature. What is it? If you see the screenshot, it means there is a profile called Yugal Dragon, okay, and Being Earth Lover. So there are two profiles, but one picture. If anyone has seen, awesome movie, there's one dialogue over there, do dost ek chai. So one post, two friends or three collaborators. You can even have four, five collaborators on a single post. Now imagine, I don't have a lot of followers because I'm from a enterprise. I've just opened last month, my bakery again. I'll go back to that Kachi Bauli example. Or let's say I'm the Coco Peat seller. I have only 500 followers on Instagram. So who will watch my content? Very few people, right? We'll be honest with ourselves. But I can reach thousands and millions of people if I can somehow collaborate with the influencer in my colony. These days, there's a lot of influencers. Somebody has 100,000 followers, 50,000 followers, 1 million followers. The biggest influencer on Instagram is my favorite Cristiano Ronaldo. He has more than 600 million followers. Now, if I can get one of these people to collaborate on my post, it automatically reaches out to hundreds and thousands of people. Yeah. So this is the biggest power of collaboration that we should really, really make use of. And that's why we should do the networking. That's why we should create the community. That's why we should make friends. That's why we need to have some relationships when we are doing business. So that when the time comes, we can do such kind of awesome stuff. There are already some sellers, by the way, who are present on the ONDC platform as well as on Instagram. We've given some examples over here. If you want, you can go and check their profiles out later. There's one really cool company called Be Natural underscore IN. They are an organic grocery store. Okay, I love the fact that they have branded themselves as an organic grocery store, and there's emphasis on organic. If you see the bio carefully, there's emphasis on organic because, as you know, these days people love organic food. There's microplastics in all the food and chemicals everywhere, so I want to escape it. I go to organic. So it creates some kind of authenticity, it creates some kind of differentiation with my competition, and that's what I see in the profile already. Like the first thing is organic, hits you, organic honey, in fact. So very, very nicely presented and a very nice proposition of the product, which really helps their Instagram sales. And the other one is also very similar. It's called Swasthya Organic Farms. So, create the unique kind of product or service and build some branding around it. I think these platforms will do some crazy stuff for you. At the end of the day, Instagram is all about action, action, action. So please go and create the posts or tell your friends or business owners, whoever there is, to just act on some of these tips. Happy to take up more tips and advanced options later. But these are the absolute basics which everyone should be able to do. I hope you've been all following me so far. I hope it's been interesting. Just going to quickly check the chat window. Um, okay, I think Siddhant can answer a couple of those questions about sharing the presentation later.
Yeah, yeah, we are good.
ठीक है. Okay. That was the first part of our presentation, friends. And Instagram is very, very important, of course, to the ecosystem, but so is WhatsApp. And each one of us, I hope, has WhatsApp on their phone. You cannot live without WhatsApp these days. In fact, that's the first thing I check when I open my eyes in the morning. However, as a business owner, I also have a second app on my phone. It's called WhatsApp for Business. It's slightly different from WhatsApp. In fact, before we move forward, I just want to show you how it looks like. I hope you can see my screen, which I've connected my mobile screen with this. So, I'm a organizing freak, as you can see. All my social media icons are placed together, okay, on my phone. All my content icons are together, and all my other icons in terms of like finance, entertainment, everything else is later. So social media is together. On you can this no button, and obviously this has this big B in between. I have this, so on and so forth. That what right brings us. Why should I download it on ONDC? So businesses want to build, first of all, strong relationships on WhatsApp. That's very, very important, right? Like I want to do any sales in any sphere of life, B2B, B2C, wherever, you have to have strong relationships. And in today's day and time, you cannot have strong relationships without WhatsApp. That is the honest reality. So as a business, I should be present over there professionally. Secondly, it saves you time and energy, right? A lot of the times, customer is saying, "Yeah, please send me the mail with your portfolio," and then I don't have access to my mail on my phone sometimes. So there can be various problems that I have, or otherwise, there's. Wait a second, somebody's just made a line on my screen. Kindly refrain from that. It can be disturbing for the others. So it saves me time and energy because I don't need to formally craft mails. I can just directly send the portfolio, and I'll show you other ways of saving time and energy. By the way, there are a lot of shortcuts here in WhatsApp. And showcase your product and services. So it's great to be listed on ONDC. It's great to have your own website sometimes, and it's even more awesome if you can kind of like integrate WhatsApp into your marketing so that you can have an e-commerce store here on WhatsApp itself, free of cost. Yeah. So it's a great way to showcase your products as well. Um, and just like Instagram, WhatsApp for Business also offers these functionalities which are enabling all these benefits. What are those functionalities? First of all, there is a business profile. So again, here also you need to first go and update your business profile. What does that mean? See, normal WhatsApp, I have a status, I have a profile picture, I have my phone number, and that's round about it, right? Mostly. For a business, I can put the complete list of products I have. I can give the bigger description. I can have timings of my shop. I can link my website, my Facebook, my Instagram. I can give the category of my business. I can give the address. Okay. So these are all detailed things which are possible in the business profile on WhatsApp for business. I can also have a cover picture here. In addition to that, I have QR codes and short links which are inbuilt with WhatsApp for business. A lot of the times people have a question, yeah, then I'm doing an exhibition. People come to my stall and they have to save my phone number. They don't always need to save your phone number to WhatsApp you. They can just simply QR scan what is there on your packaging. Or if you are wanting to get traffic onto your website, sorry, into your WhatsApp from a website, you should be able to give a clickable link to your WhatsApp. So these are called short links. So they are inbuilt. Every business has a short link. Other than that, there are some really cool smaller features, like for example, greeting messages, away messages, and automated messages. Couple of my favorite things. Okay, you must have seen it also. Some people have activated it. So in the middle of the night, I don't want people messaging me. I will activate the away message. Or right now, there is a meeting going on. There's an away message activated. If anyone messages, they get this. Why is it important? Because my friends, in the short ecosystem of the internet, I am a small business. One customer also matters to me. And in 5 minutes, if I'm not there on my phone, somebody is trying to call me, message me, and I did not pick up. That person will go away, run away, because they don't have patience. You must have seen, you yourself may not have patience sometimes. If this guy is not picking my phone, I will call somebody else. So you send an automated away message, hey, I am busy for 5 minutes. Here's the alternate number to our business. My partner is available on it. Please call us here. A simple message like this, which can be automated, can save your whatever is the value of a product for one sale. Can be 500 rupees, 5,000, 50,000, whatever. So sometimes just an away message can really, really save you. Another thing is time is money in business. So I want to save my time typing long messages again and again. Who is the founder of your business? Tell me more about your business. Can you give me the link to your payment QR code, something like that. So these are repeated questions which are asked of me, and I can give repeated answer if I have these inbuilt messages, which I just tap one button, quick reply. One button, quick reply, like FAQ. And there's one more thing, which is custom labels, which is very similar to what a CRM can do for you sometimes at a small level within WhatsApp for business, but custom labels can do that. So I have, let's say, I want to hire somebody. In fact, last month I did this. So I got 90 applications for a digital marketing intern that I wanted to have. All of them messaged me on WhatsApp, and then I labeled them. Label one was for people who were invited for interview, and label two for those people who are, maybe rejected. So now I can differentiate between them. Anytime I will go to the label, I want to check the list of contacts who are called for the interview. I can see these 10 names automatically. Otherwise, as you know, after a couple of days, there'll be hundreds of more messages on my WhatsApp. Then it will be cluttered. So it's a nice way of organizing your contacts. The third point that we had seen in the beginning was showcase your products, and that is awesomely available with the catalog feature. It works very similarly to how e-commerce works. You put the picture of your product, price, description, SKU also you can put if you have e-commerce SKU, and you can add things to cart. Customer can literally go there, browse through your products, choose how many they want. So, for example, a bakery is there. You can see the example here in the screen. I want mixed berry cheesecake. So I want two of those. I want one classic cheesecake. I want one red velvet cheesecake. And I add all those four items. It comes, into my business
product
profile. And then we simply just need to give the payment link and we're done. You can integrate outside links into WhatsApp very said, like, we have an away message or maybe a greeting message, and I can give the link to my ONDC store to anyone who enters the chat with me. I'm ONDC store. Please go and check out my shop over there. So there are ways of integrating external links also into WhatsApp for business. And lastly, advertisements on WhatsApp itself. So this doesn't mean that WhatsApp itself will have the advertisement, by the way. So that you don't see ads in WhatsApp, but you do see ads on Facebook and Instagram. So on the ecosystem, you can see ads and you can do the ads directly from WhatsApp. I don't need to go to Instagram. I don't need to go into business. I can simply be on WhatsApp, and without too much complication, I can add some money into my wallet. I can choose the product that I want to advertise through this catalog that I've already created, or I can upload a new product, or I can upload a new picture, give a description, and start advertising that. Reach out to the new audiences. Hopefully, when they click on, you should know about the advertisements which are activated through WhatsApp. The call to action is WhatsApp. Sometimes people don't directly pay, especially to small. Is this business real? Do they have the found? Have those on WhatsApp, and WhatsApp can add value in terms of the post sale engagement. I know WhatsApp. I can send broadcasts about my, cross selling my new offers or schemes. And as we said, like just sometimes just simply saying a hi to your customer on WhatsApp means a great deal. I remember during COVID times, I did not measure how many customers I converted, but I definitely made some friends with some of the being human definitely helps, and WhatsApp is a great way of doing that. There are businesses who are already obviously using WhatsApp for business very successfully. There are many, many examples out there. This Warm Agro or the Rich Returns Krishi product are some of the examples where you can see these profiles. They've added their, farm products like cumin or platinum wheat, whatever it might be. It might be a bakery. You can also be a services business, by the way. You don't have to have physical products. You can be a services business to those can also add the new items over here in the catalog. So that's it from my end. If you have questions, please yourself. I will open the floor to questions, and I have my phone ready. So all the questions that you ask, I'm more than happy to showcase the live interface of Instagram and WhatsApp for Business, and we can take this forward. So I was definitely looking for Hope. So Instagram knows, and I'm one of those likely people who will see the ad. So the better your ad will go, the better you'll perform. So I hope I've given you some guidance on, if you are new, if you don't have followers, what can you do? Step number one, create content. Step number two, collaborate. Step number three, ads. Very simple. I know it sounds simple, but and harder to do. But definitely, there is hope, and everyone should try.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Siddiq sir.
Hi, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I have wrote a question in this, but I could not get the answer. Can you please brief me about this, please? Is it useful to me as I'm working as a senior HR in pharmaceutical industry? If so, how can it be? Will you
So your
please explain me?
question, so your question is about Instagram and WhatsApp being useful for pharma products, is it?
Yes, sir. No, no, no. Pharma products. But we are linking with the HR team. Usually, we used to recruit the people whenever we need.
So is it useful for recruitment?
Yeah.
Okay. So I
Y-
have one insight for you.
Yeah.
Instagram and WhatsApp is on everyone's phone now these days.
Uh,
So basically, the kind of people you are wanting to recruit are on Instagram and WhatsApp.
yeah.
So that's the first and most important thing to know. Okay, where is your audience? Who is your audience? Where is your audience? So your audience is people who want to work in the HR field or whatever in the pharma field. And are they present on the platform? Yes. Question is, how will you reach out to them?
Yeah.
And I'll go back to the 3 points that we just spoke about: content, collaboration, and ads. Yeah, it's a simple framework.
Okay.
The first point is content. So as a HR in a pharma company, I want to create at least one poster, one post, something like a job description, maybe which says, "Hey, we are hiring you,"
Yeah.
है ना?
Yeah.
In whatever is the name of the pharma company.
Okay.
So that's the first thing I need to put out on my own channel or through my personal profile. Somewhere it needs to go out. It can also be a video, by the way. These days, companies are creating video job descriptions.
Okay.
And especially if you want really good candidates, that might
Okay.
be one of the strategies. The second is I would collaborate. So in fact, I did that myself, believe it or not. I could not find digital marketers in the area I live. I really live on the outskirts of Bhopal. Okay, there's nobody who lives over here. I'm
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to come over here
Me
to
too
the
facing the
outskirts.
same thing.
है ना? So
Yeah.
what I did, I said, yeah, it's not possible in Bhopal that there is no digital marketing only. So
Yeah.
I went to Instagram, and true story, I searched Bhopal jobs. There is a channel called Bhopal's Job whose sole purpose in life is to publish jobs.
Yeah.
And for free of cost, he took my job description, posted it on his Instagram, as well as they have a WhatsApp group. Within 1 hour, believe it or not, I had 100 applications.
My God.
है ना?
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously it was a low level, entry level
Yeah.
intern, you can
Whatever
say
it may
kind
be.
of like. But I got it. And
Yeah.
I, from my pocket, I paid him 5,000 extra. I was like, bro, don't do it for free. You take money from me.
Hmm.
So it's a great hiring platform also. Like
Yeah.
it's a collaboration opportunity, but I just said, like, get people to
Okay.
collaborate with you. And the third and most important thing, you can run ads.
Okay.
है ना? So
Yeah.
if you're a pharma company, uh, and you're doing
గిరిజన
ads,
ప్రొడక్ట్స్
obviously
అని
the
మెయిల్
audience for
పేజ్
your ads by
ఆడియో
default would be people who are
బయ్యదానికి
interested
వచ్చింది
in
మెయిల్
pharma
క్రియేట్
or
చేసినాడు
healthcare in
Yeah,
general.
yeah, yeah.
ఓటీపీ వస్తుంది
So I've given
మొబైల్
Yeah,
నెంబర్
yeah, yeah.
అతనిదే వాళ్ళు
Thank
ఇవ్వాలి
you for your suggestion. It's a great opportunity to us to speak with you through this. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
pleasure is mine, sir. There's one question by Anil. It says, for a service-based organization, how is this helpful? So, Anil, if there is a more specific, question about which service,
Yeah, actually, we are running a hallmarking service, testing, gold testing, and making services, gold manufacturing and making services. How these are useful for them? How can we attract the customers?
so you manufacture gold jewelry.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Do
Are
you
you into the
do you do
certification for
B2C
these?
or B2B? Anand?
Sorry.
Do you sell directly to consumers or you only sell to businesses?
Yeah, but both we do. Actually, it is a government organization cluster. The customers will come and visit the cluster and they will give the orders. We'll work for jewelries also. How do we can attract the customers? How this is useful?
So, Anil, very nice question actually, and a lot of the times people are actually stumped by such kind of things. Here, Zain, you told me
ఏ పాపా
there are so many people on Instagram,
అమ్మాయి
WhatsApp. It is very cool to advertise a cocoa peat maybe or a bakery. So there's B2C products which I can sell. But what about B2B?
ఈమెయిల్
If
క్రియేట్
I'm only
చేసి
selling to business or maybe to large
పాస్వర్డ్
HNI,
ఏం
maybe
పెడతారు
audiences, everybody cannot be my customer, obviously. So in those cases,
పాస్వర్డ్
the strategy that I use is first of all go back to branding, because at the end of the day, this is the sales will depend on how many people know about me. So for example, you might have heard of the company Intel.
Yes.
Their processor chip is in every laptop and PC that we use in the world.
గిరిజన
And
ఎట్ ద రేట్
at the
వన్ టూ
same
త్రీ
time, you will
పాస్వర్డ్
never find Intel
ఇది
as
క్రియేట్
a company
చేస్తారు
present on, they don't have a store where they sell Intel. Yeah. So it's a B2B, classic B2B example. And yet their social media is very, very active.
Yes.
So they do social media marketing or they are present on Instagram because they want to do the branding to everyone. So as a gold manufacturing company, I want to do branding everywhere. I want to create awesome videos of my manufacturing, of my, smelting process,
Products.
of
Yes.
whatever molding that I do, and I may have craftsmen who actually by hand are maybe sometimes doing the manufacturing or whatever, engraving. So these kind of content will do superly awesome on social media. First of all, we can do collaborations and the ads also, no problem. The point being, if everyone knows about me, then even the jeweler in, let's say, Hyderabad, or maybe I'm outsourcing or exporting to, I don't know, wherever, they will be aware, oh, acha, that channel, they have a great Instagram handle. Acha, they are selling in bulk. I can get in cheap. Okay, fine. Then I trust them. So
Okay.
B2B, so these platforms like Instagram, WhatsApp becomes superly awesome when we can do the branding as a B2B. It definitely helps me do secondary sales of sorts. Because I may not directly always find my customers over here, but I am influencing their decision making, if you get what I mean.
Yes, yes, I got your
है
point.
ना? I mean, just one more example for B2B I want to give. A few years ago, there's an uncle of mine, by the way, who has a Pota stone mine in Jhalawad, somewhere in Rajasthan. And they
Okay.
have a business in Canada as well. So they take these, Kota stones, which are very, very popular, obviously, in construction, and they ship them all the way across to Canada, where surprisingly, by the way, this stone is called Bana stone, and the company also they have called as Bana stone, and everyone in Canada wants Bana stone. So their brand name, their social media is playing a very, very important role over there. So that's just one more example. You can do a lot of stuff over there.
Yeah, sure.
ठीक है.
Thank you.
You're using ads, you're paying for them, and you have a website. There will be people who don't directly buy from you, obviously. There'll be a lot of people who come to your, manufacturing, gold manufacturing website. They'll be like, oh, what content that they have, oh, awesome website, what are the products that they have. They may not buy it, but there are some people who might be jewelers themselves. Very few of them might be heavy buyers of jewelry, especially during Diwali season, as we all know. That's what's happening. So during this season, or maybe for the rest of the year also, I can do specific ads where I can only target people who come to maybe my website only. So that's something called remarketing. Please go and explore that option whenever you get the chance. You can write it down, you can search about it. But it's a very, very useful tool which is used by almost all B2B businesses who are present on social media. A very similar question there by Shri as well, that hey, we already have a business profile in Insta and Facebook and other social media. We are posting reels also and new products also, but how to make them reach more people? So Shri, you are doing step number one, which is great. Now do step number two and three is what I want to say. Ask yourself, where are you on the collaboration? How many posts have we made where we have collaborated with other people? It can be big influencers, sometimes it can be small influencers also. An example of that is myself. I'm not a very big influencer on social media, but I have few thousand followers, and my business also has few more thousand followers. So whenever there is a very important post and I'm posting it on Instagram, I make sure that I myself am the collaborator with my business. You know what that does? It makes sure that all my thousands of followers are in also watching the post, and the thousands of followers of my business are also watching the post. So that automatically increases the size of the audience of any one post. So rather than have only one channel posting, typical strategy for everyone should be, how can I have two or three channels posting, no matter which channel it is. Obviously, more number of followers is appreciated, but try and post in collaboration. And the third and most important thing, spend money, reach out to people, do ads. That's what we want to do. For those of you who are wondering, I just want to show you if it's possible. This whole collaboration thing which I've been speaking about, you know, the best part is we can see the results. It's not just I'm saying and there's no result. We can see the result sometimes. So I'll just show you. Let's see an example, because we have handles and we can see the example over here. So okay, let's see this example. This is like a nice example. So this is my partner. Okay, he just went to Museum of Goa for some event, and you know in collaborators you can see one, two, three, four, five handles. So the reel is not going from one handle, it's going from five handles, and each of them have their own followers. One handle has 4,000 followers, another handle is 800 something, another one is 250 something, another one is 7,000 something. So like this, overall the follower size is increasing, and the result of that is in the insights that you can see. Eight people have shared this post, two people have saved this post. If you see the overall reach, that's already 2,200 people, and 3,000 plays of this reel, 5 hours of content has been seen. And if you go to other posts, there's like similar kind of stats you can see when you do the collaboration feature. It automatically, organically increases the engagement and reach of the post. Look at this. In this case, the reach is 15,000. How many people actually follow the handle? Only 7,000. But if we do collaboration, I reach to double the amount of people, 200, and that will always result in more number of engagements, and which can be saves, shares, comments, whatever it is. Okay, so I hope that was useful.
Also, I would like to add one more point here. So, as Zen was talking about collaboration, if you can't find influencers, you can, as a business, you can collaborate with each other. You all go to business parks, you all goes to melas, fairs where you talk to each other. Look for ways where you can make content together. and it is a great opportunity. It is a great outcome when a business collabs, with the other one. So you can do that. And you can also reach out to local people in your area who have, let's say 500 or 1000 followers, and ask them to share your content as well. That would help.
It is in the world, which is this thing, Burger King. They're cutthroat competition, but they collaborated in some cases and seriously awesome results. Um, I think Siddharth has one question for you. I think related to ONDC here.
Let me check. Yeah, this is.
MSME in marketing through Insta, WhatsApp. Does one have to onboard its products?
I'll answer this question. Yeah. So the whole point of providing training to sellers is to help every seller, generate demand for themselves. There are over 7 lakh sellers on the network today, and it is not possible for us to help each and every seller in boosting their social media and creating content around. So what a seller can do is, as Zen talked about, they can create content on their own and make their own brand, make their own consumer. Okay. And yes, for a seller to have a store link, you will have to go to a seller network participant, register your product, upload your catalog, get your store link, and then put that link on your Instagram bio, Instagram for business bios, so that if any customer wants to buy your product, they can simply click it and go to your store. I think it answers your question.